Okay, so a class is a blueprint of a object that already we discussed about the class and object concept here. Now class, you can say it is a blueprint of the object, means combination of similar type of object which share the common structure and functionality, that we can call as it is a class. You can say class is a prototype of a building. A building contains all the details about a floor, door, window. We can make another buildings. Okay, so class, for defining a class in Python, we define a class keyword. It is normally same to the other program. The class name, then you have to pass your statement 1 and statement 2. Okay, so an object is also called as the instance of class, and the process of creating this object is known as instantiation. Okay, so instantiation means that you have to create a object of class. Okay, so class, for defining a class in a Python, we're defining class name, class keyword, then class name. Class keyword is used for defining a class in Python. Then in the class, what are the variable and function if you define, that is called as the member of the class. Member of class means the variable and function that you define inside a class is called as the member of the class. And I'm showing you example how you have to access it, how you have to define a class, then how you have to access it. Now check here. Here we defined class name is my class. Then now here we define a member variable, x is equals to 5. Then as you know that for calling the member of the class, you need to create a object of class. For creating a object, we are giving here name. P1 is the object of class my class. Okay, and through this object we are calling the member p1.x, that is showing you 5. Okay, the x is equals to 5 is a member variable which is defined inside a class. Then object is p1 my class. Okay, so here we are creating a object, and through this object we are calling a member variable. Now if you check here, it is showing you 5. Clear?
Yes, sir.
सर से जो P1 टा खाली my class ହେଲା ମାନେ ତାର ଏମିତି କିଛି
P1 is the object of class. You can give any name.
yes so ମାନେ print ରେ ଏମିତି P1 ରହିବ x ର ଖାଲି x ର value ଟା ମାନେ ସେଟା print ହବ.
P1 is a object. Through the object we are calling the member. Now in a class also we define a function. Then how to call the function, we'll go for it. This is another example. So I remove this part. Okay. So first we are defining a member variable. That is age is equals to 10. Then now we define a function. Function name is greet. Okay, so by default we are passing here self, means it is a default parameter to a function. Then here we are creating a object of class. Your object is p1, then person, and now we are calling the member variable p1 dot age, and here we define p1 dot greet. Here we are calling a function p1 dot greet, means this function is called, and here class name dot doc and double underscore doc double underscore. This part is used to show the description of class, means it's showing you the comments of class, why you are defining it. Okay, so माने এই जो पार्टटा हमको प्रिंट करबा को हेले हमें एटा यूज करले पर्सन doc. now see that p1 dot age हला तो मतलब प्रिंट कला 10, मतलब p1 dot greet function जदि लिखिबी मतलब देखला hello python आ person double underscore doc double underscore एटा से प्रिंट करिवो. This is a person class. बुझला?
सर जे माने सेई जो डॉगटा जो प्रिंट कला से सेई जिनसटा माने कोन?
एटा होची मेटा इनफॉरमेशन. एई जिनसटा को प्रिंट करिया पई हेले हमें .doc यूज करिवा. doc is used to show the annotation or comments that you are passing in a class. So we are using doc. The purpose of defining classes, it is called as a meta information, additional information. Okay.
यस सो माने जोडे माने एतो सब अलगा इन्फॉर्मेशन थिबंती प्रिंट की को माने जहां भी करबा तार एडिशनल यदि किछि थबो तो सेटा को करिया पिन सेटा यूज हो.
हां,
माने
एटा
एडिशनल
बेसिकली
यदि
क्लास
एक्स्ट्रा
पे
थी
हम डिफाइन करि परिबा, फंक्शन पे भी डिफाइन करि परिबा.
माने से सेम डॉक लेखिले फंक्शन भी परिबो क्लास भी दीटा होई परिबो. फंक्शन वाइ चल अलगा अछि.
The constructor is a special type of method which is used for initializing the member variable. Constructor name and class name is always same. The constructor is called when you are creating the object of class. The constructor is a class function that begins with double underscore. As in the other OOPS programming language, constructor name and class name is always same. But here it is not happen. In Python, if you want to define a constructor, we're using the method as a double underscore init double underscore. This method is used for defining constructor. So while creating an object, a constructor can accept the argument if necessary. The Python automatically create a default constructor which doesn't do anything. So if you are not defining any constructor, by default there is a default constructor is present. In other programming also, if you are not mention any constructor, default constructor present automatically. Every class must have a constructor even if it simply relies on the default constructor. So now how to define constructor, we go for it. Now check that here we define a class constr, function def, init, self, name, age. So self is what? Self is, you can say it is a default value. Okay, like you can say it is a reference of any function. Okay, so that is the work of self. So here we define in a constructor self, name and age. Then for initializing the member variable, self dot name is equals to name, age is equals to age. Okay, it means what? Here name is a member variable and age is a member variable. For initializing the member variable, we are using self dot name equals to name, self dot age equals to age. माने या अर्थ है कौन ना आमर पैरामीटर वेरिएबल आउ मेंबर वेरिएबल नेम जदि सेम अच्छी जोड़ाक मेंबर वेरिएबल अच्छी ताको आइडेंटिफाई करिवा पई आमे एठी सेल्फ यूज कले सेल्फ डॉट नेम इज इक्वल टू नेम इटा नेम हैला पैरामीटर वेरिएबल माने ए नेम इटा हैला मेंबर वेरिएबल एज हैला ए एज माने पैरामीटर एज इटा हैला हमर मेंबर वेरिएबल तापर आमे एठी ऑब्जेक्ट बनेले क्लास रो p1 जेहेतु एठी दीटा पैरामीटर अछि नेम एंड एज अछि नेम पाई एठी हमें अमित पास कले वैल्यू पास कले 30 तो अमित और 32 एठी स्टोर हैला अमित रो वैल्यू एठी नेम रे स्टोर हैला एज रो वैल्यू एठी स्टोर हैला p1 डॉट नेम कले तो देखला अमित p1 डॉट एज कले देखला 32 self is basically it is used to represent the instance of class with this keyword you can access the attribute and methods of class in Python. It bind the attribute with a given argument. Okay, so that is the work of your self. Self parameter is reference to a current class instance variable. So I will write here, then What is the work of self? So basically it is used to represent the instance of class with this keyword. We can access the attributes and methods of the class in Python. It binds the attributes, means the variable, you can say. It binds the attributes with the given value. You can define self parameter is a reference to the current instance of the class and is used to access variable that belongs to the class. Okay, so it is a two use. It is used to represent the instance of a class. With this keyword, you can access the attribute. Attribute means the variable that you define inside a method, inside the class. Self parameter, you can say it is a reference to the current class instance. Like you can say, if your member variable and parameter variable name is same, ମାନେ class ର variable ଆଉ जो parameter ତମେ pass କରୁଛ, ଯଦି ଦିଟାକ name same ଅଛି, for identifying this member variable we are using this self keyword. I am showing the example. Class constr, then here we define a constructor definit self name and age, then self dot name equals to name, self dot age equals to age. The two variable we are passing here. Then p1 is equals to constr Amit and 32. Then print name p1 dot name, that is showing you the name. If you write p1 dot age, So it is showing you the age. Now check here. We are creating an object. When you are creating an object of class, automatically the constructor is called. Like we are passing Amit, we are passing 32 here. Then for accessing the value p1.name, it is showing you Amit. p1.age, it is showing you 32. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So like in object orientation concept, we are using constructor for allocating the memory for a class. Similar way, we are using destructor. The Python deletes the unneeded object automatically to free the memory space. The process by which the Python periodically reclaim the block of memory. Reclaim means it is release the memory which is not required. So that is called the destructor. In Python, garbage collector runs during the program execution and it is triggered when the object reference count reaches to the 0. So when you are creating a object of class, the memory is allocated for the class, and when there is a no requirement, if there is no requirement, then you have to release it. You normally will not notice the garbage collector destroy an orphaned instance. You can say that ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଅବଜେକ୍ଟ ବନେଇବା ଆମର ଯେଉଁ କ୍ଲାସର ଯେଉଁ ଭେରିଏବଲ୍ ଅଛି ଭେରିଏବଲ୍ରେ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁଟା ଆଲୋକେଟ୍ ହେବ ଆଲୋକେଟ୍ ହେଲା ପରେ ଆମକୁ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ଶୋ କରିବ ତାପରେ କ'ଣ ହେବ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ଶୋ କଲା ପରେ ସେଇ ଅବଜେକ୍ଟର ଆଉ କୌଣସି କାମ ରହିବନି ତେଣୁ ସେ ଅଟୋମେଟିକ୍ ଡିଆଲୋକେଟ୍ ହେଇଯିବ ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଦ ମେମୋରି so for deallocating the memory we are using this destructor. So you normally will not notice when the garbage collector destroy an orphaned instance or reclaim its space. However, a class can implement special del called as destructor that is invoked when the instance is about to destroy. The method might be used to clean up any non-memory resources used by the instance. So basically, destructor is used to free the memory of an object which is not required anymore. Constructor is used for allocating the memory. Destructor is used for deallocating the memory which is not required. Then I go for the destructor, how it is working. See that here we define a class vehicle. Then here we are creating an object of class. So when we are creating an object of class, automatically the constructor is called. Then when you are using del car, then your this method is called del method is called. It represents a destructor. Here we represent, but it is backend it is working. So there is no need to mention this del keyword. So it is automatically free the memory of the object, del keyword. Now when I run the file, it's saying you constructor vehicle is created. So when you are using delcar, automatic destructor is invoked. That is showing you destructor called, and the object that you have created for the vehicle class, it is automatically deleted. The destructor is used for deleting the instances or orphan instance which is not required anymore. That is the work of your destructor. All the function in the two way. One is pass by value, another is pass by reference. Okay, so pass by value in a function, it is a default mechanism. It means when you call the function, at that timing we are passing a parameter value which is initialized in the class, and it is show the result. And pass by reference is what? You are not directly pass the value to a function. Through the reference, you retrieve the value from a function. Pass by value means, suppose you are asking, I'm asking you where is your room, then you are telling your address. That means you are present in your address. If I want to know your home address, I'm asking your friend is giving your address. So if I go through your friend to get you, you can say it is a reference. When I directly calling you and to get your address, you can say it is call by value. Means directly I'm passing a value, I got the result. So pass by value, pass by reference and pass by value. But normally when you are using a function, pass by value is a default mechanism. You can say it is a default mechanism through which you are calling a functions. Then pass by reference, through the reference you have to call. So that the two thing, pass by value and a reference, that program I will show you in the next class. Okay, it will take the time, so time not allowed. So tomorrow I will take that program, pass by value and pass by reference. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.